my day ones, yeah, the dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide up. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones, yeah, the dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. In that pocket, whole squizzy ride. Ones, yeah, the dance at the beginning. That's how we end it. Came all the way, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you ride,
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing Ryan to start out. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Josh Allen, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Ryan. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Ryan. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute baller out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At their own 26. Looking to throw, Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. So Ryan heads to the sideline, and out now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception setting up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jaguars take over a 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Lawrence will throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
The kick by Lambo is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Jags are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Etienne trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Lawrence. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He came through off the nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Robinson, and he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Colts at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points CD.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Lawrence to Jones, first down, Jacksonville.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Darius Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On third down, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now Lawrence. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And here's Rodgers on the return. And he goes out right around the 39. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ryan. That ball caught by Campbell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return, it's Rodgers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of it. And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And the Jags grab it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the moment.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. To throw is Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignment?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Ryan. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, is the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Blankenship out for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practicing.
Marvin Jones, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, 79 yards. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. But he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Colts, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will...
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lie. Whoa. Take off the foo-foo. Take off the cloud chase. Take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone. Take off the car loan. Take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry. I'm gonna take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols. Take off the runway. Take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro Pay. 5-day stay. Take off for the meal. Hella final. Take off the fuck flag. Take off perception. Take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure.